Okay, good morning, guys. It's Friday, the 22nd of April 2022, and it is about 4:02 in the morning. And I finally just got my son down to sleep. It's one of those nights where you don't get any sleep. So normally I make my bread the day before for breakfast the next day. But because I didn't get a chance to do that, I'm doing that now before I head into bed so that it will be ready for breakfast to roll out in buns for breakfast. So a lot of people think that making bread is complicated. So this process I'm just sharing with you to show you how uncomplicated making bread is, and hopefully it helps different ones who think that they are unable to make the bread, that they can do it for themselves. Well, normally I used to knead my bread by hand, but recently I found out that I can use my food processor. So I have my food processor out here with a dough attachment on the inside, and I had recently started using it, and it is a breeze. So I'm going to be using my food processor, and I'll be sharing with you the simple ingredients. This is just flour, sugar, salt, yeast, a little oil, and water. 6 ingredients, guys, and inexpensive ingredients at that. So normally persons, they spend a fortune in buying bread every week. So hopefully me sharing this with you will give you some motivation to try it out. Try out the different breads that you can at home for yourself. So while I don't have a recipe to share with you guys, normally I just rough measure, and the bread comes out fine. I am just going to try at least a tad bit to add some measurements to it, so that if you do want to try it at home, that you can do so. But there's so many recipes that you can check online to find. That's quite simple as well. So normally I just use my food processor. So I have my dough attachment on the inside. I use 4.5 cups of flour, about an 1/8 cup of that's a salt on top, an 1/8 cup of sugar, and about 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Now, this is my jar. It's a normal old jam jar that I took, and I filled it up with some yeast. We normally buy our ingredients in bulk, and normally I add 1 scoop of this per cup. So let me see if I can measure it out in a teaspoon for you to see how much that would be. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's about 1.5 teaspoons of yeast, and at this point, just scrape this flour off the top of this. At this point, I put on the lid and I oscillate this. I let this mix in for a little bit, just for the ingredients, the dry ingredients, to be incorporated smoothly. So I forgot to plug in my food processor, so give me a moment. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back here, guys. So we're all ready. So I will oscillate this for like about 30 seconds, and I will start adding my water. Now usually I use a rough measuring, so I'm just gonna measure for you guys. This is about 1.5 cups of water to 4.5 cups of flour. So I just add this simply. I add half, I pause, I allow that to mix in a little, and then I add the rest. And at this stage, I also add about 1 tablespoon of oil. process, it does the work for me, guys. So I let this mix in for a little bit until I can see, the dough being incorporated well, and then I will turn it off. So now it's turning into a ball. I know my dough is ready. I turn it off, and that's it. Now I will take it, I'll add it into my bowl. I would add it into my bowl, and I will cover it with my plastic cap. I prefer to cover my breads with plastic bags or plastic caps because it helps keeps the moisture in the bread and the bread doesn't dry out. So I will do that. I will set it, put it one side, and in a couple hours I will roll it out and form it into buns and show you guys, the end product as regards the bread. But just take note, I didn't use warm water because I know that I'm gonna set it down for a couple hours. So if you're gonna set it down for a couple hours, I would suggest that you don't use warm water and you just allow the dough to warm on its own and allow the yeast to eat and feed slowly. So I will pick you guys back up in a couple hours after I had. Okay guys, so I am all cleaned up here. I just wanted to share with you what it looks like. So this is a bit tacky, a bit sticky. That's because we like to have soft bread. So the softer your dough, of course you don't want it mushy, the softer your dough, the softer your bread will be. And I usually use shower caps that I buy for the kitchen. I like it because it's convenient. And I put it onto my bowl and I set it aside for a couple hours. So after I had my rest, guys, I will pick you back up and we will continue. Hi guys, I'm back. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning and this is how the dough is looking. It's well risen and I'm about to start rolling it out in the buns. So I expect that this will be stuck onto the plastic. So I just take it off. And I will get this all set and go from there. I personally like when my bread is well risen like this. I find the bread has a lot more flavor and yeah, it tastes good in more recipes. Okay, so I flour my hands and I will start organizing to make this in buns. Exactly how I like my dough because, like I said earlier, we like our bread very soft. So, because I've been doing this for a long time, I no longer need a scale, so I just know how much I would need in order to make my buns. So Okay guys, so this is how it looks in the pan. I have 11 buns. Oh gosh, this slide to the side. I fix that. And usually I put it in a plastic bag so that it will cool and it will maintain that nice moistness so it doesn't dry out. So I would leave this for about 20 minutes because it really cooks for a long time already. And come back and show you guys how it is. So I'll set this aside like that. Okay guys, so this is how it turned out. So it's ready to bake and I will show you the end product. Guys, delicious. A hot bread with a piece of cheese is absolutely divine. Nothing can beat it. Nothing can beat a fresh homemade bread with a piece of cheese. You gotta try it. Okay guys, now that I've had something to eat, I feel rejuvenated. Thank you, coffee. I am going downstairs to disinfect the chicken coop, and so I'll take you guys along with me and show you what I have to do. And I mean, it's not enjoyable to watch, so I'll speed it up for you guys, but basically I'll take you guys with me. So I put it on long sleeves to protect my skin, especially my arms, because I found that without putting on protective wear, I've been getting, you know, little rashes here and there on my arms. So protecting my arms, and I'm also covering my hair so that no stuff get in my hair. Makes it easier as well, so I could just take off my clothes, take a shower quickly in case the baby gets up. Not only have I found that protecting my skin is important, but my feet, protecting my feet is important as well. So hence the boots, they're necessary. Okay, so my husband, he's having people over, so I've been putting off cleaning out this coop for the last week and a half. So I'm gonna head over there and see what I can do today, because I mean, guys, we having some people over, and I mean, you don't want them to come over and see a messy coop like this. So there's a lot of stuff to get done, and I'm just gonna set you guys at a distance, and you probably see me working from a distance. But here's step one: cleaning and disinfecting the chicken coop. So guys, I'm gonna take this bit of sand from inside here and I'm gonna place it into a bin that we have placed some cuttings from the plants from the hedge. I'm gonna put it inside the bin so it can compost down and all that good manure that's in there. You know, whatever plant I put in that bin, suck it all up. Okay guys, so like I mentioned, we having some people over tomorrow, so I can't leave this like this. So I just have a little bit of compost left, so I'm just gonna make it a little bit more presentable. And I keep these bags for my waste disposal later down. And there we have it, guys. So you'd be surprised, probably in about 3 to 4 months this whole thing will look like this. And I did it almost for free. About 2 inches of, if it's 2 inches, it's 2 inches, yeah, 2 inches of compost, almost for free. Okay guys, he's skilled. He's so skilled. He climbs this fence and jumps out into the road. We can't have that. Somehow he doesn't know how to learn. Somehow he doesn't know his boundaries, man. Jumbo, talk about a small dog with big attitude. Okay, so guys, this is the pan. I scraped up as much of the sand that I could, and now the next step is to hose it down and to spray raw bleach on every surface in here. I know it's mesh, but that's the advice I got, using raw bleach, and I had to do this about 3 times in the space of 6 weeks. So because there is still a lot of bee activity, I don't know if you guys can see those bees. I can zoom out. I've worked really hard to get these bees to come by, guys. I am really an advocate of pollinators. So oh look, so I've been able to have the bees around, and as you can see, they're flying down here. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna wait till tonight when I know the bees are no longer around, and I am going to use the bleach then, because by morning all that strong scent should be gone and it shouldn't affect those bees. So I'm gonna leave this for now, tidy up what I have, the mess I've made, and I'm gonna go inside because pretty soon my son's gonna wake. So I'm gonna go inside and take a proper shower so that I don't give him anything on his skin, and show you guys the results in the next video. Okay, now that Zoe's calmed down, let me quickly tell you. So what I'll do, I'll show you guys in the next video how it looks, and the next round of sanitation of the chicken coop, and I'll take you guys along with me so that you guys would see how it goes, and as time goes by, how I will get my new flock of chickens. Okay guys, thanks so much for joining me today in the preparation for breakfast, the bread, as well as joining me as I clean my chicken coop. I really appreciate your company. In the comment section down below, guys, let me know, do you think I'm doing enough to sanitize my coop? If not, what else do you think I need to do? As well as, what is your favorite variety of chickens? And do you guys what's the word, have you guys been encouraged to probably get, you know, two or three chickens of your own? I really like to know if my content is really encouraging to anyone who wants to have backyard chickens. Let me know. Okay guys, bye and keep growing.